Why does God allow horrific things to happen? Why all this suffering? In some videos, I said that suffering can lead to good. I think most people, intellectual people, understand that some good can come out of suffering. And even in the Bible, it says God can turn some bad situation into a good one. The story of Joseph being sold into slavery is a perfect example of this. But for the most part, I will say it's just a result of life. It's a result of sin and the complete and utter breakdown of things. I think it's a result of being separated from God. People have to remember, God made everything perfect. His initial plan was complete perfection with Him, with everybody being in relationship with Him, knowing Him, living in complete and utter peace. Remember, Adam named all the animals. So Adam was walking around with all the animals at one point, lions and stuff, and no one was hurting anyone. So what happened? They disobeyed God. One thing God told me you gotta look at it like this. He said, when Adam and Eve sinned, it had a consequence, right? Remember, that separated them a little bit, right? They got kicked out of the garden. They gained knowledge, and they also had to do things now. Like, things changed, right? So he was like, okay, so they sinned that one time, right? And then he was like, what do you think happened after that? More people sinned. They created more people. Cain was next, right? I'm not sure if Adam and Eve sinned after the apple or the fruit incident, but he said basically sin kept trickling down and it got worse and worse, and it kept branching and worse and worse and worse. So you gotta think, right? Adam and Eve committed the first sin. That caused a consequence in a separation from God. That caused something. And then people begat people. So people continued to sin, and as sin grew, the separation from God kept growing. Does that make sense? So now this is why there's so much suffering and so much horror in the world, because we are we're getting completely and utterly disconnected from God. God told me at this point in time, it's just as bad as the time of Noah. And we're the cause, because we can't let go of ourselves. We are like how we live our lives. It's our way or the highway. And we don't care how it may affect others around us, because we're all focused on about how happy we can be. If we turn to God, God can fulfill everybody's needs like He originally planned from the beginning.